Tonight we'll bring you all the latest from the Queen and Russia. Also on the programme. This weekend, the weather is getting warmer and warmer as the UK gets up to 22 degrees. And happy birthday, ma'am, as the Queen celebrates her 96th birthday with 2 ponies. Steven,
The evening news with Owen Reeves.
Đó mới tôi biết cho bà bá. Steven, our main news this evening is the Queen 17 in Mobile. Still workers have a few days or even hours to live. Here is the latest.
When they come to write the history of 21st century warfare, there will surely be a long, dark chapter called Mariupol. And this is where the story of the battle will most likely come to an end. Russian state television flies a drone over the ruins of a steelworks on the edge of the city, the place where Ukrainian defenders are making their last stand. And from somewhere underneath the bombed-out workshops, one of their commanders says there'll be no surrender.
This is our statement to the world. It may be our last statement. We might have only a few days or even hours left. The enemy's units are 10 times larger than ours. They have supremacy, artillery, and units that are dislocated on the ground, equipment, and tanks. We appeal to the world leaders to help us.
There are hundreds of civilians, some of them families of the fighters, who've been hiding, trapped in the tunnels underneath the factory. Food is short here now, but there's plenty of fear. We try not to be nervous, says this little girl, but when the shooting happens, everything around us shakes. Above ground, another Russian channel records soldiers getting closer to the victory they shout, "Happy Met Chief, celebrate flight path designed to evade all modern means of missile defense." At a press conference in of Europe, the Russian army says Mr. Zelensky is blocking efforts to organize humanitarian corridors along which civilians might escape Mariupol. These parked up idle would be a strategic victory in this 21st century war, but it's been achieved with some age-old tactics, bombardment and siege. Russia will take its prize, and Mariupol has paid the terrible price. Geraint Vincent, News at 10.
Wait, Mum?
I want you to get ready for
I know, Mummy, it won't be long. I'll be quick.
You won't be quick because you don't back yourself, but when I have to do it.
I will, but I'll be quick, Mummy. Mummy, just give me 2 minutes, will you?
Hurry up now.
Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Yeah? Is that cool, please, Mum? Mum, the door.
Hang on.
I'm so sorry about you. Sorry about anything happened when you love me, please.
Out of there, please.
No, I'm not. Big 2 minutes. Sorry about that. Alright. Is that cool, please? Alright. Yeah, you can get all the latest from the Queen and Russia at iElite.com/news. Alright, on to the next story. The weather in UK is warmer as UK gets up to 22 degrees. I will have the weather just after this. The more weather as our ivy.com/weather. Well, and Harry and Meghan took a cake part in the Queen's Party celebration. More that's at ivy.com/news. Now, a quick news about Boris Johnson, MP to face the party date violations as the MP refer him for the PRIVILECES complicated problem. Here is the latest.
Right, all are you ready?
No, just two more minutes. I know, I'll be quick.
Be ready 5 minutes.
I'll be quick.
As the Prime Minister was being anointed by Hindu holy men in India, applause for him back home was conspicuously absent as MPs tried to navigate the mess he'd left behind. What they hadn't expected was for him to say this on whether he should be investigated over claims he lied to Parliament.
I'm very keen for every possible form of scrutiny, and if the House of Commons can do, I think, whatever it wants to do.
Because back in Westminster, his MPs at that very
Prime Minister,
having been told
is know the intention of the government.
shock in the chamber as that huge U-turn suggested that the government realised it couldn't count on the support of its own side.
Mr. Speaker, the motion I've tabled seeks to defend the simple principle that honesty, integrity and telling the truth matter in our politics.
And then there was this jaw-dropping moment.
The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is a liar.
For centuries, MPs have not been allowed to say that, except today when the Prime Minister's integrity was the whole debate. Just look at the faces on the Conservative benches.
I may have tried continued leadership of our country. I think we have heard that the Prime Minister did know what the letter was.
Not one, but two more MPs deserted the Prime Minister today. Very few.
But I want to speak in his defence today because somebody has to. And if he lied to this House, of course he should resign. But he didn't.
Far from the heat and fury of Westminster, in this restaurant kitchen, Yahi Ahad sees it in much more simple terms. He too was fined for breaching COVID rules when he stayed open 10 minutes too long.
He shouldn't be doing that because he is the one who made the law for us. I don't know if he's honest or not, but there's nothing coming, no truth coming out. How do we know? We need to find out if he's telling the truth or not.
A committee of MPs will now get to judge whether the Prime Minister did mislead Parliament, but not until the police investigation is over. But what today in here illustrated above all is that more of the Prime Minister's support is seeping away. Romilly Weeks, ITV News.
Friday, 1 more week for that latest and all the latest on the Boris Johnson news at ig.com/news. Okay, before we go this evening, today we're saying our birthday ma'am as the Queen celebrates her 96th birthday. She's been her 96th birthday with 2 ponies in the city like pizza. The pizza's on ig.com/news, and we're done with the Queen. Just want to see the Queen. I wish her a happy birthday and have a lovely time, Queenie. Alright, that's it for this evening. I'll be back tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be on to my auntie's house. I'll be on a bit early. I'll be on a little bit early. I'll be on a little bit early as usual. I'll be on about 1 I'll be on about. But I will be back tomorrow for this Friday, for the ITV Friday evening news. But I'll see you tomorrow. Not even news. I just ITV news. But I will be back tomorrow about. About 1 o'clock. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So you have a lovely night. I'll see you tomorrow from 1. But from everyone here, stay safe. And good night. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.